Christmas for those that like Magic the Gathering. I'm not going to waste your time. If you want to see a deck that can beat the top 8 decks, we beat 3 out of the top 8 decks. We beat Fire's Intervention, Simic Flash. I have the deck for you right here, right now. Hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, subscribe.
Hi guys, so here we are versus Simic Flash, what appears to be, we got Quench, he quenched our guy, quenched our Ajani Pridemate. So you want to see how this deck works, you can go ahead and check that out. So basically in Passion Order, then you have Ajani Pridemate, whenever you gain a life, put a +1/+1 counter on Ajani Pridemate. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, gain 1 life. And we also have the creature, so you know they sit back and they flash things at the end of your turn? Well, we have enough instant speed removal to kill these things. So we're 4-0 right now. So let's bring down the Passion Order, get around Quench. So he's gonna, there's no other counter spell he can have besides Quench. So we're just gonna go ahead and attack for 2. So we have 25 creatures in the deck, plus our Planeswalkers can pump out creatures, recur creatures, and we have enough removal instant speed. So if they do something at the end of our end step, they kind of did that there, but we can untap, and we can just kill things at the end of their end step. And so with this setup, we're not going to cast any creatures next turn. Okay. Extra 1 in there. What we're going to do is just kind of sit back and do what they do, and wait till the end of every end step to destroy their creatures, because they have to bring something down. Right? They have to bring a creature down eventually, because they can't keep on absorbing 4 damage. And watch, if they drop a creature, we just kill it. Watch, Night Pack Ambusher, we'll just kill it. Because we have instant speed, so at the end of the end step, we can do things as well. Okay, so with that one, we're going to go ahead and let resolve. Whenever you draw your second card. Alright, so this is where we can start killing their stuff here. So he's going to resolve Spectral Sailor, and then we are going to kill the Spectral Sailor. We don't want him getting card advantage. You can keep on smacking us for 1, and that's fine. So what we're going to do then is bring down a Death Toucher. So he can't quench it, he can't Mystical Dispute this. We gain a life. And then we're going to go ahead and attack for 2. Down to 8. And we'll pass our turn. Now he might drop the Brazen Borrower. Doesn't matter, it can't block ground creatures. We're at 19 life, it doesn't matter. So he's going to draw his second card, so this will become a 2/3. So that's when we flip the switch, and we target that. Now if he chooses to counter this, he's going to tap out this turn, and then he's open for next turn for us to bring stuff down. So he's got to make that choice. Does he counter this spell? If he does, okay, now he's tapped out. He's got 1 mana left. So now we can drop what we want to drop next turn. You see how that works for Simic Flash? You force them to tap out instead of you tapping out. Having instant speed removal on Simic Flash, now we have Rankle. Are you kidding? So now what we're going to do, we can do a lot of things. We can drop this, so he'll get bigger. We can drop Rankle. So we can drop him. Whenever we gain life, you have a +1/+1 counter. So what we're going to do is drop in Passion Order. And then drop this down, so he's going to get big. And then we're going to attack with our 1/1 Death Toucher. Yep, and he's going to get even bigger. And this Brazen Borrower cannot block ground creatures. And we have Rankle. So if he even wants to spit out his hand, so he's got to sit back. What's he going to cast next? Is he going to counter something? But we're overriding him already. We can even bring down 1/1, make 1/1 creatures. So we're overriding him. So we are just going to attacks. Now he might drop the Nightpack Ambusher down and kill one of our 2/2s. If he does, we're going to drop down Rankle. Okay, so that's completely fine. You know, so again, and if you're saying, well, how do you know all this stuff in your gameplay? You always talk about, like, it's always like you can predict what they're going to do. So yes, I use analytics. So like, for a great example, if somebody has 2 lands in a particular deck, I know by turn 3 there's a 120% chance. So if they have 2 lands in their opening hand, there's a 120% chance by turn 3 they're going to draw a land. I also look at patterns of behavior. And then so I compare analytics with the fact that I've seen a lot of gameplay between real life play, Magic the Gathering Online, MTG Arena. So this is perfect. So now we drop Rankle, who can fly. We gain more life for beating Simic Flash. So let's see. We beat the top decks. And he's done. So we've made the top decks quit. And you see how that kind of works? And that we're at diamond level status. So this is, I mean, that was pretty easy for us. You know, so again, so now if you see my Simic Flash deck, which we want with Simic Flash, by the way, Simic Flash better than ever, MTG top 8 arena play, we actually went undefeated with the best of 3, so using sideboard, and the best 3 went 5-0. So you can check that out, that's uploaded. But so basically that's how I use the analytics. You know, I use analytics. So like for a great example, that age-old question, why does burn beat mill? The age-old question is very simple. So when somebody lightning bolts you in Modern, it's only 3 damage, but that's 15% of your life. That's 15%. Then turn 2, they'll like Rift bolt you or Spectacle bolt you or drop down a Goblin Guide and hit you for 2. So then you have to consider that's anywhere for another 10 to 25% of your life total. So burn on a regular basis in Modern, on an average basis, will deal 25 damage to 45% damage of your life total. Where in Mill, if they drop down a Hendren Crab, which is for 1 blue, it's an 0/2 creature, it's got landfall. So that means when a land enters the battlefield under their control, a player puts the top 3 cards of their library into the graveyard. So they turn 1, cast Hendren Crab, it's an 0/2 again. Turn 2, they put down a land, they make their opponent peel the top 3 cards off their library, then they cast a card called Glimpse the Unthinkable. Glimpse the Unthinkable is for 1 black, 1 blue, sorcery speed. Target player takes the top 10 cards of the library, the best mill card invented, takes the top 10 cards of the library and puts it into the graveyard. Even though they're taking the top 10 cards and putting it into the graveyard, and since you played a land, they're taking the top 13 cards and putting it into their graveyard by turn 2. That's still only 24.5% of their deck after they've drawn all their cards on the regular hand. That's the best mill hand is 24.5%. Where burn on a regular basis is doing 25 to 45% damage on a regular basis. So that's burn's best. I mean, that's burn on the regular versus mill's best. And burn is instant speed, where mill is really aggro sorcery. It's really aggro sorcery speed. So it's not instant speed, it's aggro sorcery. So you see the difference between the decks? So using analytics and using cross analytics, I use analytics and then I use experience. And then those two combined, I'm able to sit back and say, okay, well, I know since everybody net decks and plays with the same decks anymore, I'm able to evaluate that deck and know that they have 24, 25 land in that deck. If they get stuck with only 2 lands by turn 2, I know that there's a 120% chance by turn 3 they're going to draw a land. So based upon that information, so if they drop a Paradise Druid, right, to tap for mana, I probably know that there's a good chance that they're probably playing with a Questing Beast or something like that in the short on mana. So I know I immediately want to target that Paradise Druid as soon as they tap it out, right? I want to kill it because they're probably going to have trouble with land and knowing how that deck operates with analytics. So all you do is you grab that analytical part and you grab experience, seeing a lot of hands, seeing how people behave, and then you just... I'm kind of crazy when it comes to that type of stuff. Anyway, guys, in real life, I took pharmacology, Yes, pharmacology, occupational therapy, and pathophysiology. So, and sometimes that's just how I think. That's how I'm wired. So that's really it. So you can also see our gameplay with our black-white deck where we went 10-2 in ranked. So again, um, providing those decks and also our drain drafts. We went 7-2 in our M20 draft. You can go ahead and check out. Um, so yeah, not. And let me just say this: there's not one deck. If anybody says they have the deck that beats everything, that's not true. Especially in modern, a lot of people in modern will think their deck beats everything. No. But if you do enjoy Tron being beaten in modern, you like the deck that I play. Yeah. I think Tron players just always feel entitled to win. Like I play Tron, I cast Cardinal Liberated turn 4, I should win. No. Anyway, feel free to subscribe, share, and like. And as always, have a good day. And what I'll say in a lot of my videos too is my background is I was a student athlete. I was in the bodybuilding. I played Magic the Gathering since 1994 when I was a wee little kid. Played till 2004, and I came back in 2011. So I've seen every decade of Magic the Gathering. But I was a student athlete. I actually boxed in the gym. We're actually a former champion actually boxed in, and I got trained by the same trainer. We were actually in the same gym at the same time. They no longer hold I've seen a lot. And so basically what I'm trying to say is that also I was a sports athlete. You know, I played in high school on a Major League Baseball field. I was on the paper and all that type of stuff. But what I'm trying to get at is I think a lot of people play Magic the Gathering to get away from stress. Just like people that go into bodybuilding. You ever see somebody, they lose a bunch of weight? Well, what motivated them to go to the gym? An insecurity. Somebody that, you know, might have got bullied or something like that, and they go to the gym to bulk up, to gain muscle. An insecurity. So, you know, a lot of people will change their lifestyle because of an insecurity or health reasons. And, you know, this is not to replace medical advice, but what I'm getting at is that so people do this. People will do things because of an insecurity or psychologically they feel like they want to better their life. And I think a lot of times people play Magic the Gathering to do the same thing, but just more at a mental level than a physical level. To get away from stress, or maybe you don't feel like you belong right now in a particular demographic or group, and you're welcomed inside the Magic the Gathering, let's say, community area. And so maybe it's a distractor. And if my videos help you do that, to get away from things, then I've done my job. And so hopefully you like this video, you like the content, and you subscribe. And the other thing too is, the other element to this is a lot of times too people worry about the previous day. A lot of times too people worry, and you're like, what does that have to do with Magic the Gathering? Because why do people play Magic the Gathering? Because they like it. There's typically sometimes there's something else to it. And so a lot of times when people are up late at night and they're worrying, you ever see a rocking chair? It goes back and forth, but it stays in the same place. So a lot of times when people are up worrying at night and their mind's racing, guess what? It's just like a rocking chair. You know, your mind racing and worrying is like a rocking chair. It gets you moving, but it gets you nowhere. You're stuck in the same place. So hopefully I want you to become a better version of yourself than you were before. Now, my story simply is almost died twice, and that's true. And I had to fight an opponent that I could not see. I could not bench press. I could not study. I could not analyze it. And that's more for later. But sincerely, that's just a message from me to you. And so hopefully, again, you subscribe, you share, you like. I call that SSL, share, subscribe, and like. And as always, have a good day. If you're doing this at night, have a good night. And try to relax and enjoy. Thank you.